Cedric Mullins expected back this week. Jordan Westburg expected back as well for the Birds. The Birds cannot hit left-handed pitching, and they're hoping that with Ceddy coming back and Westy coming back, something will change. Hello, everybody. I'm Jon Leiberman. This is Orioles Digest. The Birds drop 2 out of 3 in Oakland because, in part, they continue to absolutely not be able to hit lefties. We are going to dig into that in just a moment. The bullpen, however, has been pretty much flawless. We'll touch on that and the latest updates on Ced coming back and on Westy coming back and what it all means for the Birds. So there's a lot to get to. Remember, like, subscribe, do all of the things because the Birds are 8.5 out in the wild card right now, but anything could happen. You have series against Detroit coming up. You have Anaheim coming up, and the Birds need to continue to string together some decent performances. But again, the Birds dropped 2 out of 3 in Oakland, in large part because the Birds can't hit lefties. Tony Masalino, after the game today, left-handed pitching got us. We've got to figure it out. The hitting guys, the players, everybody is working hard on it. Well, they're not working hard enough, unfortunately, because when you dig into the numbers of the Birds against left-handed pitching, it is a sad, sad, sad sight. Let's make that bigger. I want to go into this here. The Birds versus lefties and the Birds versus righties. We're not fantastic. We're not a fantastic hitting team at all. In fact, the hitting has been, horrific. Even in these last 12 games, when we've won the majority of them, it isn't the hitting that's doing it. It's the pitching. And when the pitching falters, like Sagano did today, the lineup simply isn't there to pick it up. But I want to focus on this Orioles versus lefties for a moment. A 200 average, 276 on base, 280 slugging. So you basically have a 556 OPS. So the Birds are hitting 200 with a 556 OPS against left-handed pitching. Against right-handed pitching, again, it's not amazing, but it's better. A 250 average and a 739 OPS. But when you really dig into this also, the number of at-bats, 521 at-bats against lefties. Only 44 runs, 104 hits, and really, you have 17 extra base hits, and then you have 8 homers. So, you basically have 25 extra base hits and 41 ribbies. You just can't get it done like that. We have Scooble going against us later this week. I mean, you just can't string together multiple wins if you can't hit lefties. And right now, the Birds simply can't hit lefties. So, is there help on the horizon? Is there help on the way? I mean, kind of, maybe. We did get some good word today on a couple guys. Cedric Mullins took live at-bats off of Brandon Young. You all know I'm a big fan of Brandon Young. So that's good. Mullins should be back this week. Should be back for the Detroit or Anaheim series. Brandon Young, who I just alluded to and who's there, he threw a 3-inning live bullpen today at Aberdeen. So he's slowly coming back. And Jordan Westburg, probably the biggest news here. Westy, it appears, will be back on Tuesday. So if you really take a look into these guys' statistics, let's start with Ced. Ced, 10 homers, 31 RBIs, 42 hits. He's stealing. Ced has had a very strong season at the plate so far, and hopefully Cedric Mullins can help to be the impetus for just a stronger lineup. We go to Westy's numbers. Westy, limited time, obviously. 4 home runs, 6 batted in. He's got 20 hits. But still, getting Jordan Westburg back and getting Cedric Mullins back are going to be hopefully major improvements for the Birds. And they're needed now more than ever because, of course, now we have the news that Ryan Mountie will be out 2 to 3 months. That's not good news. A couple other roster notes. Matt Bowman has been DFA'd, so he's no longer here. Of course, when we acquired Scotty Blewett, did pitch against Oakland and looked good. They had to make a move, and the corresponding move was that Matt Bowman got sent down. When we think about this bullpen, though, let's get off this lineup for a minute. We know Mountie's going to be back. Mountie is going to be out for 2 or 3 months. Westy and Ced are coming back, so slowly we're actually getting the lineup closer to where it should be. No true updated timetable quite yet on Tyler O'Neill, but it shouldn't be too long. So the Birds desperately trying to get healthy so they can at least close this wild card gap and hopefully make something happen. And speaking of making something happen, the bullpen for the Birds has absolutely been making things happen. Prior to today, when Brian Baker gave up a home run late in the game, and Baker has been amazing so far this season, but prior to that, the Birds bullpen had combined for 20 2/3 scoreless innings on the road trip. 20 2/3 scoreless. As I mentioned, that streak is now over because Brian Baker gave up a home run, but absolutely has been, amazing. Absolutely been amazing. So we can forgive the long ball that he gave up, and the bullpen has been amazing as well. But again, back to the headlines. Cedi will be back this week. Jordan Westburg will be back this week. And the Orioles, as I just went through with you, are the league's worst team against left-handed pitching. And it's not even close with the 200 average and the 556 OPS. Tony Mansolino says everybody, all hands on deck to work on this. We'll see if there's progress. I'm Jon Leiberman. This is Orioles Digest.